Just want to make sure this thing's working first. Okie dokie. No, that's not it. Uh-oh. Troubleshooting right now. Alright. Alright, seems to be working now. Sweet. See if I can figure out how to show this off. Alright, seems to be working now. Sweet. See if I can figure out how to show this off. Man, I can't even figure out how to find the link to this thing. There we go. Alright, seems to be working now. Sweet. Sweet. So, today we're going to have ADMW Open elimination stage match between Palak and Frozen. And we'll be good to go here in about a minute. Man, I can't even figure out how to find the link to this thing. There we go. Alright, seems to be working now. And here we go. So, these two players obviously have done pretty well. They were both 3-1 in the group stage. Oh, crap. Which means that they kind of, I wouldn't say dominated their groups, but did really well in their group. I believe Palak's only loss was to Poopstar, and Frozen's only loss was to Drefan. And so it looks like Palak will be going first. Loading a deck, and I can already tell you that Frozen's bringing out the Erection Crown Warlock, which is awesome. I love that mage. And it looks like we're going to see the other deck, maybe, if Octagon reacts. And here we go. So, these two players obviously have done pretty well. And it's any number of Channel 10 mages, so I can't really tell you until he flips it over. And we bring out the Wizard, Fire Wizard, from Powlick here versus an Araxian Crown Warlock from Frozen. Alright, this ought to be good. Fire on fire. I like it. Oh, okay, my timer's ready. So it looks like Powlick will be going first. Loading a deck, and I can already tell you that. There we go. Alright, first phase of planning looks to be just about good. So we'll roll through this first turn. They don't really have to worry too much about the timers for the first turn. We're a little nice on that one. Most of the time it doesn't take that long anyway. Alright. It's any number of Channel 10 mages, so we're into the first quick cast phase, through which Palak will skip. And I don't think I've ever really seen anybody cast in the first quick cast phase. Oops. Alright. Looks like the first action, I take it back. Frozen's going to drop a mana crystal in the first quick cast phase. Wizard, the Palak's Wizard will move up, and it looks like he's going to enchant himself with a face down. Let's see, that could be any number of things. If I had to take a stab at it, it's probably Hawkeye. It's just to give extra damage to the arcane zap that he's got carrying around with him all the time. And the Warlock moves down, so it looks like everyone's starting to move in range. So we're seeing a pretty typical, I call it typical, but a pretty common opening of Mana Crystal Battleforge for the Warlock. And we'll see what the rest of Palak's opening is going to be. And a Moonglow Amulet. Getting the channeling rolling right away. So. He's going to channel 11 versus a channel 10 plus a Battleforge. And now would be the time for me to start the timer. So they've got 3 minutes for upkeep, which they're going to blow right through anyway. I think we should probably just combine the two to whatever. So they skip right through to planning. And at the rate they're going, they're not going to come anywhere close. I don't think we had anybody come close in the last match to coming up against the 5-minute time limit. So, and even that one still ran for hours. And so it looks like we have the planning just about done. So all I have to do is hit the button. And on that, just for the record, that took all of, not even a minute. So we're going to see a deployment start with a Ring of Curses coming off the Battleforge for the Warlock, which I guess shouldn't surprise anybody really. It's another good early cast. It's real cheap and gets the mana economy going pretty well for the Warlock. He's going to skip the first quick cast and go straight into creature actions. And I have too many windows open. There we go. Alright, so the Warlock, Frozen's Warlock's going to move closer, and it looks like he's going to Seeking Dispel. Ooh! He's going to try to snipe a card that's face down, and look at that, I did call that. It was a Hawkeye. So, following that, he's going to enchant the Wizard with a Curse. And I think he needs to flip his quick cast. Oh, he's gonna mage bait him right away. That's a good little turn there for Frozen. And there's the quick cast. So how is Palak gonna react? Was he ready for that? He's moving right into it. It's gonna be a slugfest at this rate. So he spends his action targeting himself. Oh, he's taking a damage from Mage Bane, and I think he's gonna hit him with Arcane Zap. Yep, he's gonna Arcane Zap for three dice of damage, and it will roll 3, so he hits right on the average. And his quick action, is he willing to spend another, or cast another spell to take another damage? I think he's gonna have to at this point. So he takes 2 damage, and wait for it. Is it his own enchantment? Oh, no, he just brings down the Battle Forge. Alright. So we have very similar setups for both of these, except the difference being the economy for the Warlock has now been down for a little bit longer than the Wizard, but the Wizard channels more to start with. So they both have an increase in channeling in the Mana Crystal and the Moonglow Amulet, and they both have a Battle Forge. Whereas, the Wizard moved in and did an Arcane Zap and has saved up 25 mana, and the Warlock has done a Seeking Dispel with a Curse on the Magebane. So the Wizard is going to either have to dispel that now or do enough damage through the Magebane to make it out, you know, not keep him up in the damage race. Magebane's a really good spell for that reason. It forces them to either deal with it right away and take damage in the process, or don't deal with it and take damage in the process. Neither of which are good for your health. All right. And it looks like we're flying through the planning phases in yet another match, which I think is a good thing. That ultimately gets us to where we want to go. And so we're into the deployment phase already. I can stop the timer early. We were looking at like 30 seconds on that. And a Dragon Scale Halberd goes down, which is a good play, as well as Pants. Leather shows is, I think is how you say that actually, from the Warlock side. And those are also good plays, because with a Warlock you have to at least expect some fire damage to come down. So the Wizard's preparing to weather the storm, and I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those come down on the Warlock side as well, considering he's up against a Fire Wizard. Though I would also be surprised. It would be, I don't want to call it a good move, but a potentially common move for the Wizard to Wizard's Tower Surging Wave the Battle Forge. And so Palak's going to take a damage on the first quick cast. And he's going to cast, it looks like another enchantment on himself. Is he redoubling up Hawkeye? And nope, it's a regrowth. So he's going to try to cancel out some of the Magebane damage. And then he's going to move in. And I'm guessing he's going to punch him at this point. Basic melee attack, yeah. 3 dice of damage straight to the face again. Ooh, he rolled 4, so he's going to do a total of 3 damage, which is really good rolling for 3 dice with 1 armor on the Warlock. However, he's got to be careful at this point because I think he's left himself in a vulnerable position to be, oh jeez, Blood Demon. I'm guessing that's going to be a Blood Reaper here real quickly, and he's going to hurt. Those guys do some serious damage together. So the Blood Demon's coming down. Even if he doesn't end up paying, yeah, he's going to do it. So even if he didn't end up paying for the Blood Reaper, the Blood Demon is a good buddy to have. Vampiric makes it pretty tough to kill most of the time. Now I've found ways to screw that up and have him die pretty quickly, but that doesn't mean everybody does. And we're going to see an enchantment go down, which, again, wouldn't surprise me to be Bear Strength, because then you can get the Blood Demon rolling something like 8 dice against bloodthirsty or damaged opponents. And when you are definitely solo against a solo wizard, he's going to start losing the action advantage. He's going to lose the dice number of the number of dice thrown, and it's not a fire attack, so the -2 flame from Dragonscale Halberd won't really stack with him. So there's lots of fun ones. All right, so just to recap real quick, the wizard is regenerating 2 damage per turn right now from regrowth, and is taking 1 damage every time he casts a spell from Magebane. And he only cast 1 spell the last turn, which was the well, it was actually the regrowth itself. So he's got enough buffer there. He's only got 1 damage on him, but it's still 1 that triggers Bloodthirsty on the warlord, or excuse me, the warlock's initiative. He also added Voltaire's Shield and turned that on, and it looks like I might get a buddy here to help me cast this match. Alrighty then. So, we have an interesting setup on the board right now. The Voltaire's Shield definitely makes it so that the wizard is a lot more hardy and hard to get through at this point, because it's going to block up to 3 damage. And the Dragonscale Halberd can block another 2, so we're looking at a potential 5 damage absorption from those alone. Whereas the Warlock can punch for 4, the Blood Demon can currently hit for 6. So it can still, Frozen's still in position to throw a lot of dice of damage. Alright, so we're in the deployment phase already, and I'm going to add someone to the call here. Now you won't have to listen to me the whole time.
Hey!
Hey! How's it going? Oh, wait, I missed something. Looks like the Warlock deploys the boots, and the Wizard deploys the Elemental Wand. So we've got some armor stacking on one side. Actually, armor stacking on both sides, but the Wizard did it more efficiently, in my opinion. And then the the Wizard, I keep saying the wrong thing here, drops an Elemental Wand and doesn't seem to be able to decide what he wants to put on it.
Oh man, that is brutal.
Yeah, we're looking at a really interesting setup here, because, well, it may not outwardly look like it. The Wizard's actually pretty tough in terms of damage absorption. But the Warlock's doing direct damage with every spell
The
cast.
Magebane is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Like that looks like it's really paying off right now.
Yeah.
Are you streaming this, by the way?
I am streaming this.
Sweet, what's up everyone watching?
I think we don't have too many people watching, but
That's all good, it's all good.
we'll migrate this over to your channel after this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
So-
I'm trying to get it all under one big channel. But
Yeah.
Anyway, Frozen bringing out the Wizard and Pawlik using the
The Warlock.
Rising Crown. This is a really good match. Like both of them have very good chances of winning.
I agree. And looks like the Warlock is going to try to knock that Voltaire's Shield out on its own, and look at that, he does. So he's going to do 0 damage with his Warlock, but he gets the entirety of the shield out of the way.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he's gonna get a Bear Strength going on here.
Bear Strength,
with
and you know
that,
what wouldn't be
Blood Demon.
surprising is also a Lion Savagery to come out of that thing.
Lion
'cause
Savagery,
if
or
the Wizard runs
even
away.
Yeah, absolutely. Even in Kira's favor would it be?
Oh yeah,
a good
that's a good
choice
point
as
too.
well.
There's a lot of good choices there. So it's been an interesting match. Oh, he's going to guard. All right. It just means he doesn't take a damage from the Magebane, which is good in his part.
Yeah, that might be what he's thinking. I mean, he could also be thinking if that is Lion Savagery, I don't want to try and trigger anything.
Mm-hmm. The Magebane's actually been down. I don't know I don't know how much you actually got to see prior to you logging on, but
I
was
by the
right.
way,
Lion
anyone
Sav
that's what.
and Bear Strength.
Yeah, that will probably take. So
That's
he
gonna
wants the
hurt.
piercing. He wants the piercing to get through the.
So that's gonna
the
be
armor.
8 dice.
8 dice piercing 1.
Oh, and he
And,
rolls so poorly. 5 blanks. He
you
still gets
know-
2 damage off of that, though.
That is nice.
That's a
It's
terrible
little
roll,
unfortunate,
though.
But that's kind of why when you consider Akira's favor, it's like one of those big things where it's like, do I want to reroll in case I mess up?
Totally
You know?
mitigates that problem. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and
the counter
Wizard's
effect does
Retaliation
nothing.
rolls
So
0.
okay, but this now gives Frozen a good chance to prep that Wizard's Tower and say, if I can knock up your Blood Demon in one swoop, that is a ton of investment gone for you.
That's true. It's actually Palak who's the wizard, but they
Oh
flop
yes,
sides.
sorry. Oh, they flipped. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Um,
because turn 2, Frozen moved the Warlock
yeah,
into that zone,
yeah, because you
sniped
can
a
tell.
Hawkeye, and then put a Mage Bane on him.
Yeah, and the regrowth in the Wizard is a really nice thing. That'll help mitigate the Mage
Yeah, it's
Bane.
a nice counter to the Mage Bane. It doesn't completely counter it, but it helps. Let's see, he's
Swing
going to
gut thing.
Arcane Zap here, I bet.
Swing gut saying to hit like girls. You gotta love it.
Ooh, Fireball. Direct Fireball.
Interesting. Not using the.
Jumping
Okay.
right into it. Going to do 5 damage?
Interesting that that's not on the elemental one. So I wonder if there's like an acid ball or something on there.
That's a good question, actually. And Palak has the initiative next turn, so he could actually do some serious damage to the Blood
Yeah,
Demon before he can even react.
it's one of the big risks of playing, pretty much any flyer is that low armor tends to take him out pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And actually, a Rhino Hide would be good, but it wouldn't have helped him that much there. That's a pretty good
Yeah,
roll regardless. Though I'm surprised that he got unlucky enough to not catch the burn.
that is unfortunate.
It's pretty tough to do on a Fireball.
Okay, so the wizard has set himself up really nicely. The dragon scale, the wand, all those things are just sort of a cumulative effect to say,
Right.
I can resist any of your fire that you're going to bring to me.
Right, so and then it looks like Frozen reacted by not doing fire damage completely, but
Hmm.
it it's very
So essentially, this
well
blood
set up.
demon, if he can get another attack, he has a pretty good chance of saying, "Cool, I will get my vampiric trait and try to recover
And be
as much
really
damage as
tough to take
possible."
out. But there's potentially 2 attacks in a row from the wizard into the Blood Demon before the Blood Demon can react.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they
The
haven't
wizard
been
has, I
coming
mean,
close
the
to the
wizard, of
timers
course,
either.
being one of the most bursty mages when it comes to attack spells. I mean, he
Hmm.
can kill this deep blood demon if he wants to.
Yep, and you combine that with the Arcane Zap, and it's a fairly cheap extra 3 dice.
Yeah. Yeah, surprised we haven't seen Hawkeye in the wizard yet. That's usually one of those like,
That
all
was
right,
the
I'm about
first
to
thing he
engage.
cast.
Ah, I
Yep.
got
He
dispelled.
got Seeking
Gotcha.
Dispelled earlier.
Oh, seeking
He
dispelled, even
sniped
better.
it. Yep, turn 2. Uh,
Beautiful.
Frozen said
Beautiful.
no.
One of those things that Seeking Dispel is amazing for is getting rid of those big plans.
That's
A
right.
lot of people don't like taking care of things like Hawkeye because they just see it as a +1. It's not a big deal, but it adds up over time. Kind of like how armor actually adds up over time. Like just having one armor, if that saves you, if you get hit twice around, that saves you 2 health a turn.
That's right.
That's pretty big.
It's a good
And so getting
investment.
rid of armor is a very important thing in this game, so you can manage to make
Ooh.
it squishy and deal the damage.
There's the Gloves of Skill coming down. That's a great promo.
Beautiful card. Yeah,
Ooh, and
I
Mother's
love
Torment.
this promo.
All right, he's looking for a lot of direct damage on this one. He's going for a dot build for sure. I bet Puddinhead would love this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen Mystery come out and say that if you want to deal with wizards,
A dot
direct
build.
damage is what I'm building now.
Mhm.
And someone of Mystery's caliber, I would definitely respect that opinion. And it looks like that's exactly what Frozen's thinking.
Yep, and he's playing to it, and I think Palak's actually doing a pretty good job of keeping himself in line as well, though.
Here comes the burst, and with the reroll from Gloves of Skill, he's going to guarantee some damage.
Oh, Force Hammer. Wow.
Wow. So at the same time, wow,
5
it's
more
6.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5
that
death.
Blood
Yep.
Demon's going down.
Is gonna reroll it.
I'm
I don't
not
think it's
sure I
even worth
would
it.
on 6 dice.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna guarantee the Arcane Zap is gonna get it.
Exactly.
Like statistically, you're supposed to get above average when you have a reroll, but when you get average ice, you're just like, no, I don't want to reroll this.
Actually, in this case, it depends what he had planned for his actual action, for his straight action.
That's true. No, that is true. He's gonna reroll the
Because if he
effect.
wanted to do
If he
something
gets the
else.
slam,
Oh, nothing.
he doesn't get the slam.
He
Yeah, if
gets
he got
a
the slam,
worse.
he can at least say, if I don't kill you, you're dazed, so I lessens my chances.
Yeah, I think at this
Of,
point he's got
getting
to
hit.
spend something to kill the Blood Demon
So,
now.
so does Frozen have some sort of heal?
Oh wait, gloves can't even reroll the effect. I knew that. I'm used to Akira's favor.
But not the effect deck.
Yep. So he's gonna keep it either way.
Doesn't even matter. But
Uh-oh. Oh, quick cast. All right. Coach, I think we lost you. Your mic might be acting up. Oh, he'll be back in a little bit. Anyway, the Warlock, played by Frozen, will enchant his
Oh,
Blood Demon here.
that's true. No, that is true. He's gonna roll the effect.
Alright.
And I'm having internet trouble. My bad, guys.
It's all your fault. Sorry, we got you covered.
Everything is my fault.
All you missed is that the Warlock quick casted an enchantment onto the Blood Demon. And so the Wizard's going to make an attempt at something.
Reverse
I was
attack?
thinking reverse
Block?
attack or a block right now would be clutch.
Yeah,
Especially to get rid of...
I don't know if there's any Academy
Ooh.
cards that would help, but it's definitely something I would assume
Turns
is
out,
going. Ooh.
yeah, it turns out the Flame Blast was on the Elemental one, and regardless, those two, even if it was one of those two, it wouldn't matter. It is block.
And it is a block. Beautiful play.
Play on both
Managed to
sides.
save him a little bit more time, and
No, it doesn't
damage.
because
It's
Flame
unavoidable.
Blast, yeah.
Yep.
That's a
Let's
good
see,
investment killer right there.
Did he choose to pay for the block? No, he didn't. Okay, good choice.
All right, and that's Palak's turn. So let's see what Frozen can do. That's correct. So let's see what Frozen can do with his action now. I wonder if he was planning super hard on keeping that guy around. I mean, yeah, I guess obviously
I think with that block he was really hoping for that survival, and the fact that he's gone now sort of puts this field at even playing field now. Like if you look at the investments on the fields, that didn't necessarily put Paulik ahead, losing that Blood Demon.
Yeah, it's a roughly even game right now still, I think.
I mean, a Force Hammer, that makes up for a lot of the other things that was put down for that. And wasn't there a Fireball also used, I believe?
That's correct.
So, you know, it kind of almost evens out a lot of the mana that was put into that Blood Demon.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's a relatively even match right now still. There's not a whole lot different between the two. They've done a good job of like a first initial clash, and then I didn't realize that the Warlock has regrowth on him as well.
He just revealed that actually. I should probably get into Judge mode here,
Oh,
and start actually monitoring what's going on here.
it's okay. I got the timer running.
Oh yeah. Have you needed to use that timer at all?
Nah, they've gone maybe a minute. So let's see here. 1 damage is going to go to Frozen or Palak from Moloch's Torment.
And he's gonna use the Mog's Torment. Good choice. That keeps that damage just up there. And honestly, if I were Frozen right now, I know this sounds crazy, but I would definitely be considering spells like Explode. It is a prime target for Gloves of Skill. Like if you can just dissolve that Dragon Skill. The Halberd is also a good choice, but it's mana intensive. But like I would probably dissolve the Dragon Scale and then prep the Explode for that Gloves of Skill, just because it's like, you know, saving up 6 plus the what is it, another 6 I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
That gets very costly. But like against those 2 and 3 mana investment equipments, you might as well just deal some extra fire damage and make it happen.
I agree.
But
They're
yeah,
both
I mean,
good targets for it.
Don't get me wrong, if you have the mana for Dragon Scale, just do it and then punch him in the face or something like
That's
that.
what I'm thinking. Yeah, you could do that right now. You just explode the Dragon
just,
Scale, and that would also get around the. He's not prepping the shield this turn, so.
Yeah, and if you know if Paulik chooses just to get like leather out right now, then that just is like cool. I took care of your main armor, and the punch is just gonna add some damage, and you come out a little bit ahead in that sense.
All right, so we are a minute and a half ish into the planning. Ooh, more leather gloves coming down. And he's done with the deployment phase.
Okay, so leather comes out, solid choice, and nothing out.
Ooh,
Oh,
Mage Wand.
Wow. Now, if I were, I mean, conversely, if I was Pavlik, I would also be thinking, you know what would be good right now?
Let's blow some
Explode.
things up, especially
Like
with the
leather,
lack of flame
leather's
minus 2 right now.
absolutely like leather is the perfect choice to blow up.
Mm-hmm. It's way more fun that way.
And especially with the wizard being able to have, a solid follow up with an arcane zap or a punch or something like that, I see no reason not to. So I guess we're going to see a very interesting thing here. Are we going to see creatures come out of anyone here?
That's a good question. Do you run a backup blood demon or a
Yeah,
backup blood reaper in general?
or are we just going to see a big slugfest happen right now?
It was looking like a slugfest from the early part, so I'm wondering if they just said, nope, you know what, we're just gonna kill each other. Screw it.
I mean, positional wise, they're not really in a good spot to build up more.
Yeah.
And it looks like we see Frozen
Yep.
cursing the
Frozen's
wizard
gonna
again.
continue with the curse build, which is still a good strategy in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mage Bane, a Ghoul Rot, Arcane Corruption at some point. Now, all of those are vulnerable to one Purge Magic, but we haven't seen too many of those, despite
Hmm.
needing to a couple times. And it looks like Regrowth will get dispelled on a Dispel Wand. Ooh, that's a prime target for Explode, too.
Wow. Okay, Dispel. Awesome, awesome choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dispel one is probably one of those most like I'm going to get rid of this immediately.
Yeah. Goodbye.
I've actually had a lot of thoughts in my head about if I want to run a Dispel wand or a Mage wand with Dispel on it. Just because there are so many enchantments that are just level 1 that are so good to get rid of.
That's
Like
true. Like
so far in
Mage
the
Bane.
field. Yeah, I mean on the
Whoa!
field it's
Big punch coming out of the Fire Wizard there, too.
beautiful.
Not that it mattered,
Um,
but
that was a beautiful punch. But I mean, if you look at all the enchantments in the field right now, they're all level 1.
yep.
So Dispel Wand would just be more cost effective.
Thus far, at least until you get into the point of
Vampiric and stuff like that. Yeah.
Vampiric and all the even Ghoul Rot or Arcane
Yeah,
Corruption, all those
that's
higher
fair.
level
That is very
curses
fair.
that are probably coming down right now. Poison Blood
And
though
there's
is another
Poison
Dispel
Blood.
Wand.
Yep.
Yep, there it
And is
is.
that a
Ghoul
Golrot?
Rot.
Good combo.
It's a
So we
great
see in
combo.
Frozen really starting that combo. He's trying to get a ton of direct damage down. We're probably going to see Pilot go back up to 7, I believe, right now, if he chooses the Moloch Torment as well.
So he's gonna take 2 from the Ghoul Rot. Poison Blood prevents the
Oh,
regen,
yeah.
and then
Yep.
we'll probably see Frozen. Yep, there it is. Pay the 1 mana for the Moloch's Torment. So we're looking at 7 damage on Palak's Wizard, 4 damage on Frozen's Warlock.
Beautiful.
So it's a pretty even match still.
And, of course, the Erexian Crown Warlock naturally having more health is very useful. But, he's down to 34 now because of that Blood Demon.
Yep. He still has room to even bring out another Blood Reaper. Life-wise. Alright, I've got the timer running for the upkeep. And planning phase. Alright, reset. Start. This is a very good match. This is kind of what I expected from this match. It's gonna be a back and forth match all the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
this is a slugfest here.
mhm.
And and here's the thing: if Paulik doesn't deal with those enchantments on him, which he has a dispel one, so he naturally can, um, he's going to find himself just taking a ton of damage because after this, you're going to see the offensive spells, you're going to see the punches, things like that. And conversely, Frozen, he's building up the armor, but if he doesn't start dealing with these wands, his whole plan's going to be taken apart.
It's gonna be really interesting to see what he does to deal with the investments on the wizard side.
Yeah, and I guess all I'm saying right now is dissolves.
Dissolves,
Dissolves would be very
explode.
sweet right about
I'm
now.
an explode fan personally.
Yeah, explode, another great choice. And I think we're obviously going to see Paulik just immediately use that dispel wand because he's expecting it probably to go away.
Yep, that mage one is gonna go. Now we're into the deployment. All right. Still haven't hit a minute, or barely a minute.
And the pants come out.
Pants for everyone. 3
Everyone
armor all around.
wear those leather pants. And are we gonna see Frozen cast anything?
He looks like he's not. All right, we skipped to the first quick cast
All right.
phase.
Interesting.
Prepared something, but he didn't use it. That's really interesting, actually. I wonder why. I wonder if he just saved
He
the
only
mana up.
has 9 mana, so it's possible if he wants to get rid of equipment or something, he needs all the mana he can get.
Yeah. And it looks like the Mage Bane will do a damage to Palak, who targets himself with something. If I had to take a stab
Purge
at it.
magic.
Oh, nope.
Purify.
Purify.
Okay. Interesting choice. He's gonna get rid of
13
he has
mana for
13 mana,
Golrot
so
and
the
Poison Blood.
Good choice. Purify, of course, definitely paying for itself there, spellbook wise.
Mm-hmm.
I love Purify. Such a good card.
Purify's a great card. Purify's a card I'd run in a Dark Mage.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, two actions versus one, and spellbook wise, only costing 1 spellbook point. Super effective.
Yep. And there's the Dissolve that we saw coming.
Okay, so now he won't be able to take care of the Mage Bane unless he prepped a Dispel it in itself. But it wouldn't surprise me if Pellic has another Mage Wand in his book.
Oh, yeah, as a wizard, if he's not packing 4 of those things, something's weird.
4 Mage Wands.
That's all they ever seem to do,
That'd
is
be
pack
crazy.
4 of the Mage Wands.
4 Mage Wands, 4 Dispels.
Pretty
Go.
sure you do that, don't you?
I
And
believe I have 3
Maybe.
Mage Wands.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wizard.
Palak tries to punch the Warlock, but he just stubs his hand on the armor there.
Dude, he just totally hit the pants. Was like, I
Ow!
can't believe I did that.
He hit himself back.
Yeah, right.
And let's see what
Kicking of the shins.
yeah, what Frozen does in response. Kick him in the shins. Another enchantment going down. I wonder if he was expecting that.
It wouldn't surprise me if Frozen was thinking you're going to try and deal with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps he would prep that Dissolve, thinking that Palak was going to dispel the Ghoul-Rot or the Poison Blood. It wouldn't. Actually, I think it's Poison Blood. That's totally what I'm calling it.
I would not be surprised at that point.
But I mean, it's upkeep. Let's see if it is.
He's still going to get to do the regenerate, though, I think, without having said triggered it. Nope. I'm guessing it would be Ghoul-Rot of the two.
And yeah, and he is going to deal 1 damage, putting him back up to 7.
So that's definitely keeping him in line or in range of.
You know what we're seeing right now is we're just seeing, let's just trade a bunch of blows magically, because let's not go into physical fighting because we have so much armor, but let's see how this is going to work out. And the Wizard's just trying to stave it off, while the Warlock's just trying to press hard. And honestly, in this kind of trade,
It's tough to keep that gas going.
yeah, I don't know who has the better advantage here, but Paulik having the 1 higher channel definitely can sort of eke that out, but then again, that Battleforge isn't getting used.
Right. I'm surprised that Frozen's not using his Battleforge as much as he, could.
I'm wondering what he's saving it up for.
That's a good question.
I think he's saving his mana for something specifically, because he obviously spent all his mana last round.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Vet Belt come down sometime really soon from either of them.
A Vet Belt?
From
Yeah.
either of them.
I'm actually, I'm wondering if he's saving it up because he knows he's not going to be engaging, and if he finds the opportunity to dissolve the armor, then he can bring out the Lash for cheap.
Yep, I can see that. Cheap Lash. But
Cheap Lash.
he's got to deal with that armor. I'm betting a lot of money
absolutely.
that Palak has more than 1 Halberg.
Yeah. I mean, most mages run 2. Some of them run 3, but between Chitin and Dragonskill, you've been seeing this sort of like 1 and 1 or
Well,
just
I think the reason he'd run more than 1 though is he's a fire wizard. He's got it's in school, so it's cheap
you might
to
as
run
well.
2.
You might as well just run 2. Absolutely. You might as well run 2 of that and then 1 Chitin.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And looks like Palak isn't going to deploy anything out of his Battleforge, but will Frozen this time. No. Okay.
All right.
And I definitely think he's saving it for Lash.
Palak is going to deploy. He's up to 4 armor now.
And once you see that armor start stacking, it gets dangerous, man. If you don't start dealing with it on a consistent basis, ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Although he is generally doing a direct damage build here.
It's like building up a giant wall that you can't cut through anymore when you have so much armor.
Right, so he's going to have trouble actually doing physical damage to him, but with a lot of the Mage Bane, I'm guessing another Ghoul Rot just came down.
That
At
direct
least one of
damage
those.
that direct damage is definitely helping with that.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to see that a Seek and Dispel.
Seek
There
and
it
Dispel
is.
on which one, I wonder?
The new one. I'm guessing that's the Ghoul Route.
The new one. I don't know. I'm guessing that would be more Poison Blood. Yeah, Poison Blood came down second. I was right.
Ooh, well, at least it was the one spellbook point. One.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper that way.
I'm guessing Frozen didn't want to reveal a Ghoul Route if that's what the other card is because of mana.
Yeah, that's another one that I would have expected. That, and I mean, it's one of those. It's obvious he's going to get rid of the Ghoul Rot next. I
Hmm.
think so.
Yeah,
He probably had that one prepared to reapply.
yeah, that makes sense.
At least that's how my thought process would have gone.
And another enchantment going down. Man, this is just a quick blow for blow of magic spells here. Very cool little match here.
Yeah, I'm having a good time watching
Like this is almost like the boxing match of Magic is what this is.
it. All right, he's going Turbo Enchantment on him. We got 7 mana remaining for Frozen, 10 mana remaining for Powlick. This is no one's really getting a huge upper hand here. I mean, I'd say there's a few here and there, but
I will say though that Palik is slowly taking more damage over time,
he's
and
also building up more of a board presence.
very true. His armor is getting higher, things like that.
I think
So
he's hoping to sneak in 1 critical damage every other turn here.
no, that's fair. I mean, if you can get that in and not take the Mage Bane, really good. And of course,
And he still doesn't get it.
again, he keeps trying to go for the shins, man. That armor's just like leather boots and pants.
I've
What are you
already
gonna
cast
do?
my boots. I'm wearing shin pads. Oh no, foiled again.
And talking to Schwingad, he says Purge Magic should be a possibility. I definitely could see Purge Magic
I
as
would,
something.
I'd be very wary of that. So another,
It's a last resort. It's a last resort.
Well, yeah, another fun spell that could be stacked on Palik right now is Nullify.
Ah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, like, when you're dealing with regrowth, you don't want to get rid of regrowth. It's out of school. But how many Ghoul Rots and Poison Bloods do you think he has?
Yeah.
And it looks like Palik is going to take another damage. He does not have a Poison Blood revealed, so he goes up to 7 because he regenerated 2.
And he doesn't have the Ghoul Rot revealed either. Interestingly. So what do
If
you
it
think
is a
those
Ghoul
are?
Rot.
Oh,
Is it a
right.
de-
So
is
it
it
could
a
be
decoy?
anything.
I mean, it could be. I mean,
It could
I've
even
done
be a
this,
boat.
where
Sorry.
after I do the trade-off with the Poison Blood Ghoul, I'll actually put a Maim Wings on the mage,
Mm-hmm.
anticipating they'll Seeking Dispel it, and they're like, Maim Wings, and it's like, ha, you know?
Yeah. Now what? You take that.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's obviously going to be a useless card in this game, so why even have it, you know? Yeah, and so I mean, if we're looking at Frozen, it is interesting because looking at his mana, he's building something, and Pawlik, of course, is also building his mana. Looking at 21 versus 16, or like having 16. I'm wondering if we're going to see some sort of creature build up for Frozen. With Pawlik, I actually anticipate a Wizard's Tower coming down soon.
I'm surprised one hasn't yet because that would help him attack with without using or getting Mage Bane damage.
Absolutely. Like, even something like Jetstream is a good choice to bring out because it's cheap. You can get some nice little damage on it, and you can kind of get a positional thing.
Mhm.
Acid Ball probably being the best choice right now that Palik could use.
Another elemental one?
Interesting. So Palik brings out an Elemental one to switch out his old one.
Prevent or use actions. Saves on actions.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's kind of a waste, but at the same time, it's interesting. And this
Sectaris
is what
shows
Frozen. This is what Frozen's been saving up for, the big Sectaris. Great dissolve target, but this allows him to do 2 actions in 1, which right now in this match, that's a very important
That's
thing.
exactly what he needs.
I'd still be wary of that Purge Magic though.
Yep, Purge Magic. Although at some point, Palik's gonna run out of actions. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he
absolutely.
can't do everything.
And depending on how many curses Frozen's taken, which based on the Sectaris coming out, I would definitely guess
Oh
he
yeah,
has
there's
a
got to
lot
be a
more
lot.
curses in his book. I will say though that I don't like Sectaris personally. I find it to be very vulnerable, but that's not to say that it's not a good card. It's just a personal flavor.
I don't mind it. It's got its uses. If you build around it, it could be used well. If you don't
Absolutely.
and you like to burn things, then it's tough to include that and a lash.
I just always have problems with those three spell points, and maybe I'm not looking at it the correct way.
I can see that. Three's pretty cheap for a familiar though.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
But yeah,
And
it is eventually tough to deal with because acid ball coming off the elemental one. But it is tough to deal
good
with
choice.
all of the equipment if you don't have.
hmm
There's no purge equipment, so
If he didn't have a Battle Forge, also the Ring of Curses does give it a discount, so that kind of makes it better.
continues to help with that.
The acid ball going down. Oh no, only gets one
Two
corrode
and
off
one
of it.
corrode.
Always stinks when you get corrode. Just one corrode because you're like, I can't believe that happened.
So close.
Yeah. And Pallet going up to 8 damage because of Mage Bane. That Mage Bane, man, it's just been keeping him in the game.
It has
Frozen.
been.
And that makes him more squishy now. The gloves. The gloves have been corroded, not the pants and the boots. That's what I'm saying.
Keep kicking
dang
him
it.
in the shins.
Keep kicking him in the shins is the best hope. We're going to see a retreat come down. Are we going to see the Wizard's Tower?
He's checking to see if there's an enfeeble first. But he's going to back up and I guess wait.
If I were Frozen, I probably wouldn't want to reveal the Enfeeble here. I don't think there's a strategic advantage.
To the enfeeble?
I guess if you wanted to dissolve a boot or something like that.
I was more just thinking to make him worry about it and end his turn. All right, looks like he's not revealing anything.
Okay, so Pelagate is going to cast a spell. He has 12 mana, so it is
Might
going
as
to be
well.
enchantment.
Enchantment on himself.
That is where it gets dangerous.
There's the nullify that I told you. He's definitely checking. Well, I know he can't really probe then purge because that's not what he did. Oops, I left the timer on.
And there's the Nullify.
It was a
And Akira's
nullify of
Favor gets
Akira's
revealed.
favor. Interesting because of Gloves of Skill being already out there. They're not completely redundant because of the fact that you can reroll effect dice, but I feel like it's weird to play both.
The Akira's Favor was perfect for that Nullify. That was a great move to get rid of that.
That was, and
I think I
he
think
took
he took.
he took
I
the
think he
mage bane.
did. Yeah, I think he did.
Ooh, critical strike.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Critical strike getting through this armor. So basically he has one armor, but
Oh
the
man, he's got
Sectaris has
piercing one.
The Sectaris does have piercing one, so all of the damage is
5
going to go through.
damage.
Yeah, so basically he has piercing 4 now. That is beautiful.
That is a
Beautiful
great play.
It's like he has a what is it? That Vorpal blade.
Yep.
That promo card, but it also does curses.
And he had a mark for death on there, which I didn't actually see him reveal.
Yeah, he just revealed it. Wonderful play by Frozen. That was sneaky. And, I think we were talking about this earlier. Frozen plays against Drayfan a lot, and Drayfan is a very strong player in this tournament. So I haven't seen Frozen in another tournament, but if his training partner is someone like Drayfan, he knows what he's doing.
He's totally ready for stuff like this. He's ready for shenanigans.
That being said, Pout is a very good competitor, and I'm actually really enjoying how this game is going.
This is going really well. So yeah,
Like,
Palik's starting
like
to take some damage.
any one of these turns, if they weren't playing as well as they were, this game would have been over on one person's side.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I'm really enjoying how both these guys are playing, and the Voltaic Shield does come on. Smart move. So if you have Sectaris and you hit them, you Nullify can still counter the curse that comes off, if I remember right, because you're still casting the spell.
I believe that is correct because it's cast by Sectaris.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, cast the spell on that creature as a free action.
So Nullify still counts,
So
yeah.
Nullify would still work if the enemy was using it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it looks like there is planning on both battle forges at the moment. Let's see if they actually get used again. Because Sectaris is
Critical Strike.
expensive.
So let's talk about Critical Strike really quick. This is probably one of the most underrated promo cards that's out there right
It
now.
is fantastic in a high armor meta.
Exactly. With all of the talk about high armor builds owning the meta, I think we haven't seen enough Critical Strike getting played.
I would agree with that.
Just because it's so tough to get rid of. And it looks like we're moving to deployment here. The Dancing Scimitar coming out.
He's just stacking equipment. I think not dealing with the battle forge is a mistake for both of these players actually.
Frozen needs to start dealing with the equipment, otherwise he's going to run into a ton of problems.
He definitely
And
will. I think it's a matter of him trying to race it through though.
absolutely. And Frozen is going to enchant himself. I'm curious to see what that enchantment is.
Do you think
Maybe
he
a bear
predicted it?
strength.
Do you think he predicted it? Did he
For
go with the
Falcon
Falcon precision?
I could see it being a vampirism or a
Yes.
nullify. Maybe it's a nullify to get rid of the dissolve possibility.
Those are all
But
good
of course, there's
options.
Crumble now.
Yep, and he doesn't have his buddy here to get rid of the shield anymore, or the vice versa. So that
That's true.
shield's gonna start hurting too. So let's see, cursed
And
edge.
so he has to deal with the dodge. He has to get through the shield, and then he gets damaged because he can pierce through all the armor.
And if he does all of that, he can't actually do any cursing because he didn't prep anything on Sectaris.
and of course,
it succeeds in the defense.
Dancing Scimitar immediately paying for itself. When you think about a block costing, what is it, 4 mana, I believe, to block? Or no,
Yes.
it's 2-0. Oh, no, yeah,
2-2.
it is 4. I mean, Dancing Scimitar already paid 5, and you get one successful block, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, very good investment already.
Fantastic play
especially
there.
since it came off of a Battle Forge.
Yeah. All right. So Palik's gonna take damage. He's gonna attack the Warlock, and I'm gonna guess it's an Arcane Zap at this point. Oh no, Acid Ball. I forgot he switched. It's gonna be the Acid Ball.
He wants
Two
to
more
get
corrodes.
wants to get rid of that armor. Now he's
So,
successfully done it.
1 damage
now
and no more
that's-
armor.
Yeah, now that he has 0 armor, the wizard can just blast out a ton of damage, and this is going to be a very quick match, I think.
The floodgates are about to open.
Yeah, we are about to see a ton of damage, and honestly, I think Frozen's in the worst position here.
I think he is. I think he's gonna have trouble doing enough damage to keep up in the race. And
Yeah.
I know the dot is a good play, but I don't think he has enough of a lead to keep it. Because I'm betting the fireball's coming down right now. The Mage Bane will help, but the regrowth will keep that mitigated a bit. Combine that with the fact that he did not get a chance to hit with the sword. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes the wizard attack. Is this going to be an attack spell, or is this going to be just a punch?
Basic melee attack. He's just gonna punch him and
Yeah,
rolled 2
and
crits.
I don't
Alright.
blame him. With the wizard, I punch all the time, especially when you have Mage Bane on, and it works.
I
It
think
really does.
in this case it may have worked better since he doesn't have any armor. Fireball, Force Hammer, more than 3 dice would have been good. I think 6 dice would have been a perfect time because now you're giving
yeah.
you're giving him a chance to react to the armor.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Frozen has nine damage, so oh my goodness.
It's about to get weird, man.
And Palik going down to 12 because he regenerated, but going up to 13.
I think
does that
Palik
damage-
missed an opportunity there because if Dragon Scale Halberd comes down right now, the Fireball is not nearly going to be as effective. Not that it's a problem. He's still in a good position.
I'd agree with you on that.
He's still in a good position. It's just that's one of those that would have been a good play, in my opinion.
I could see. Okay, this is the way I see this turn going. I can see a Wizard's Tower going down. The Wizard's Tower doing some level 1 attack spell that is something. The Wizard punching and then having that Acid Ball back up in case there's more armor. And I honestly think Paulik right now is in such a good position, survivability-wise, that he can just focus on dealing as much damage as possible.
I totally agree with that. I think a Flame Blast from Frozen would actually be surprisingly good despite the Halberd because it would knock out the shield.
Oh, I
It's
see
got
what you're saying.
potential to knock out the
Yeah.
shield. If you Flame Blast followed by a big stabbing motion, it
Yeah,
could be all
yeah.
right. I think he's running out of good options He's running out of good options to deal with everything that Palak's got stacked up now. And at this
Mm-hmm.
point, Palak's controlling the match. And it looks like the Battle Forge is going to bring out the Fire Shaper ring. It's another
Ooh,
reason I'm
wonderful.
very surprised that
Yep.
we haven't seen a Dragon Scale Halberd come out of the Warlock yet.
And I think we're gonna see there's Dragon Scale Halberd, 2
Yeah,
armor, and it's gonna.
there it is. He just
Yep.
dealt with it. See?
That's gonna negate probably the Flame Blast or Fireball that the wizard prepared.
And that's why I'm saying he missed an opportunity last turn.
He did. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right with that. So I mean, if I were Paulik, I guess I don't know if I would have even had a dissolve in my hand, because what do you really need it for? I mean, just this is all damage time, and that Dragon Scale coming out.
I think the longer Palak takes to do the damage to Frozen, the less likely he is to win. And
Yeah.
you might as well just burn
Yeah,
him now.
he just needs to burst it out. He needs to do what Fire Mages do.
Yeah. Attack. Hit him.
Paulik is going to take a damage with Mage Bane. Let's see what he chooses to do with that spell.
I'm not even sure if he's going to do which. Is it quick cast or is it normal?
Yeah, we don't even know
He
yet.
hasn't
But
flipped
it is a spell.
We know a spell is coming. Alright, he's going to quick cast. I'm going to guess another Acid Ball's coming down on this one.
Acid Ball would be a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of yet. Ooh.
He could be.
He's enchanting himself.
Maybe it's a Bear Strength just so I can get more damage through him.
That's an interesting. Oh, it's a
Akira's
Kira's favor. It's
Okay.
going to stick this time.
Good choice. He
Also
definitely
good.
wants to get that to corrode, I'm guessing,
Mm-hmm.
in the future. But for now, he's looking for that extra damage.
And I'm guessing a punch is coming right here.
He didn't take a damage from Mage Bane, so I'm guessing it is a punch as well.
Yep. And then a Scimitar, maybe.
Oh, he's gonna cast Acid Ball.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
he
he
gets the
two more
corrodes.
corrodes. However, we need to remind
Makes
him
him
about
squishy
Mage
again.
Bane.
Yes.
There we go.
And let's see if he rolls the damage. Yeah, there's no reason not to reroll it.
Yep. You might as well.
And you're not allowed to reroll damage rolls twice, I believe, in one roll. So
Nope. Oh, he gets
I
the
don't-
same damage either way.
yeah, I don't think he can actually reroll it again, though. Is what I'm saying.
Right. I see what oh, he's gonna try though.
I don't think he's allowed to do that.
This is once per round. Interesting question. Can he do that?
Let me just check some rules out.
Yep.
I thought I remember
Sorry.
seeing something that you're not allowed to, but
I'm not sure if it's gonna be a rule just because of the fact that one's a promo.
yep.
But I could be wrong.
See here. Sorry, I'm just looking stuff up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot either.
I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna give it one more look at one thing.
Oh.
Just see here, codex.
Apparently it's in some
Ah.
unpublished rules.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I think we that is interesting. Cool. And let's just move forward.
Yeah, we'll roll with that for now and we'll deal with it later.
Yep,
All
yep,
right,
yep.
so Dancing Scimitar is going to try to attack
I
as
thought I
well.
remembered a rule, but I don't think there's any sort of official word on that
I think you're right.
anywhere.
Oh,
I think it was talked about in a forum, and then it was like this might be a thing in the future from official people, but it
yeah.
hasn't actually been published as being
And
official.
so we can't use it yet.
And the flying slash
Flying Slash does 5
killing,
damage.
and this is that damage that Pollock needs to just sort of win the game.
Yep, and it's a stab if I ever saw one.
That's a stab for someone. Yeah, you might as well just stab and just get through that.
And there's the Ghoul Rot. He's trying to turn this into a heck of a race, and he's gonna stab him again.
You know, the ghoul rut, that is important to do.
It
And
is 4 critical.
man,
Wow, he's
I
gonna
mean, he
get at
gets
least
four
8 damage
critical,
through.
but it's the Voltaic shield is going to absorb some of that.
Yep, he gets
Which is
1 through though.
unfortunate. Looks so weird getting two dice and then 4 blanks. You know, I just can't really seem to be doing that right. It is a cursed sword, to be
The
fair.
sword is not working right.
You know, the sword's not working right, but it's cursed. I really liked Frozen's setup to have big dice hits. You know, like that Blood Demon, perfect for that big dice hit.
I think there's a lot of good synergies going on for both sides, because I'm guessing Frozen's gonna pull the Moloch's Torment, which is gonna put Palik back up to 17 damage, which means he's technically
Mm-hmm.
1 less than, or 1 more damage than Frozen. So this is still a really close match, but
Mm-hmm.
we're starting to see the damage get put onto the board really fast now, and I think Palik's gonna win that damage race.
I agree. I
And
think once
I'm
we see
not
that Wizard's
saying,
Tower go down, we'll
oh
just
yeah,
see way more bursty damage come out.
and I'm not saying,
Um,
I'm just saying I did pick that one.
um, yeah, you
Released
know,
in Magecast 8.
that is true. But I mean, this match isn't over yet. We could see Frozen come out with something
I
very,
totally
very
could.
well. I mean, we're seeing Palik still ahead in damage. Ahead as in he's taking more damage. Of course, the thing is, Palik has better access to things like heals and stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there is the possibility that's going to happen as well.
That's
And
why,
I think,
yeah, I think actually Frozen's best chance right now is to make sure he sticks a Poison Blood on there, and it sticks.
yeah, absolutely. And I think what we've been seeing here is since Frozen hasn't had a chance to really deal with this equipment, it's stacking up and it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem.
Mm-hmm. Neither player dealing with the Battleforge early is actually going to cause problems for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy.
This is a very well played match.
And yeah,
Very
this is
fun to
actually
watch.
why a lot of people have been loving Chitin Armor, is because all those corrodes, they would have had a less of a chance of affecting.
That's true. In a couple cases, he would have had 0.
Exactly, yeah. We saw him roll 2 or 3, and it's just like, that -3 really does matter. And Schwengart saying he would dispel Critical Strike right now. I definitely agree with him on that. Anything to buff that armor is very good.
Very true. Now, I'd be surprised if he ran more than 1 as well, just because it's out of school.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a little curious on why he put the Lion's Savagery on the Blood Demon and not the Critical Strike. Maybe there just wasn't enough damage or armor at the time. Because I think there's 2 armor.
I think he was planning on the wizard running away from him. If
Okay,
I
I
had
can see
to
that.
take a guess at that. But
So, do you
yeah.
think that Blood Demon should have just attacked the Battleforge?
No, I think
Okay.
the Blood
Yeah, fair
Demon
enough.
should have been protected better. I've made this mistake
Fair
before
enough.
myself.
Fair enough.
It's one of those,
Yeah.
if you're going to invest in the Blood Demon, you need to invest in the Blood Demon. He's
Yeah, having
decent
him
on his
survive.
own. He's an okay support creature. But if you don't put armor, you don't protect him, a Brace Yourself would have gone a long way to help put him out.
You know, I will
He would
also
have
say the new Academy cards, such as what is
Gator
it?
Toughness is
Gator
great on him.
Toughness. The extra health because of vampirism helps, and the extra armor just helps.
Yep.
You know,
And a
Going up to
Regrowth
2
Belt
armor
coming
is
down
big.
from Frozen.
Oh wow, Frozen is going to try to win. Okay, he's definitely playing the direct damage way. This is going to help him survive a little bit longer. I don't agree with the regrowth belt. I think it should have been a Witchwood Ironbund, because I think it would have ended up saving 3 health around instead of 2, but it's still not a bad option.
Both are good. Ooh, and the Elemental Cloak comes down. Yet more armor, and makes it even more difficult to put damage from
Oh,
spells or from
jeez.
anything other than just direct damage.
Elemental Cloak, fine choice. I love Elemental Cloak. And right now there's not a lot of good choices for the cloak slot.
That's true. Oh,
And here
and
comes the
the
Dissolve.
scimitar's going down.
That
So
makes
he's just going to
sense.
stab right into him and hope for
You
a better
know,
roll. With 6 dice,
you
it's a
know,
good play.
I that was a really solid choice. It's one of those things where it's like it's so tough to choose what to dissolve, but when it comes to what he's going to get rid of, might as well be the thing that's all or nothing. And so you just know what you're dealing with then.
Yep. And Palik's still just going right through, not caring about the
He's
Mage
going to take
Bane.
a damage from Mage Bane, just saying, I'm going to deal with this. He looks like he's going to use an attack spell of some sort.
And a Geyser?
He wants to daze him, so he's not going to be able to hit him. Smart choice. And
Smart, but not what I would have expected. All right.
yeah, usually you see Surging Wave come out of that.
That being said, 4 damage on 3 dice, especially
Pretty
when
good.
all of it goes right through, is a pretty good
And
roll.
and he also gets the daze, which means when Frozen attacks, he's going to have to go, am I going to even hit with this attack?
It's time to find out. It's a free defense. I basically see Daze as a free defense roll, and that stacks with the other defense rolls.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a big thing I do with my priest, is I use a defense, something very simple like the
Oh,
bracers,
yeah.
and then I just daze them a lot, and they can't hit me.
Yep, and it looks like the Warlock's going to enchant himself, stack more enchantments, and gets rid of the Daze. The Daze has no effect on him. But
That
he
was a
still
smart
doesn't
move.
hit him.
That was a smart move though, and I'm guessing one of those is going to be vampirism because he's going to want to start recovering all that health. That being said, Frozen at 20 damage, ugh, and it is going to be the initiative Pawlik next round, which is dangerous.
It's dangerous, and all like both of these guys are coming up against the edge of their life totals here. They both have 14 remaining. I know Palik's going to gain at least a total of 1 next turn due to Ghoul plus Mollux. And it looks like he's going to take
Mm-hmm.
another damage to throw more spells right over here
It's going to be probably the acid ball, I'm
at
guessing.
Frozen. It's either an Acid Ball is a good chance because of the direct
Uh,
damage, or an
he's going
Arcane
to Arcane
Zap.
Zap, another good choice. Arcane Zap is phenomenal, and especially
4
when you roll
damage
4
on it. That was a
damage.
good roll.
It adds up, man. It
I'm
adds
wondering
up.
if we're going to see a Rhino Hide or something reveal. No, we're not.
Ooh, no, that is so unfortunate. And Frozen, I think all of his spells are offensive based.
Probably.
I think it's a bear strength and a vampirism. He wants to go in, heal a
All of
bunch of
those are
damage, and
possible.
deal damage.
He's got regen on though, so he could regen. It's gonna end up being 20 to 22 at the end of the upkeep. That's an even playing field. 12 life left each.
And is he going to pay for the Mog's Torment? He is going to pay for that Mog's Torment.
Yeah, he needs to at this point.
Man,
Absolutely needs to.
I mean, suddenly Frozen's behind on damage, and that's never a fun thing to
Oh,
look at when
yeah, I
you're
did my math
deciding
wrong.
what you're doing with your board.
No, I didn't. He should be at 20. He'll be at 20, so it'll be even. He's got more damage on him, but he has more life as well.
Did Frozen? No, Frozen's at 22 though.
Frozen's at 22, and Palik as soon as he takes Ghoulrot
He's gonna be at 20.
and
Okay, so it's
Mollix,
not
so
it's not as far.
they'll be technically the same amount from dead. So what I
Fair
wouldn't,
enough.
what I
That's
would
a good way
really
of looking at
be,
it.
yeah, I'm expecting here right now, if I was Frozen, I would prepare a Poison Blood and something cheap because I want
Mm.
16 mana next turn.
Man, I don't know because if Frozen wants to reveal vampirism and a bear strength, he's going to need mana for that.
And I agree with you, but at this point, I'd prepare something cheap so
Yeah,
you can drain a
that's fair.
soul the turn after. Drain a soul,
Drain
and it's
Soul
really
would
close.
be beautiful right now.
Um,
That would be the clutch move.
That
in
would
this
be,
game.
and he'd have initiative next turn. That's why I would target at that. However, if I was Pawlik, I would try to think about doing as much damage this turn as you can as well, because
I
he's
would love a
got
hurl
no
boulder
armor.
here. A hurl boulder would be perfect.
Yeah,
Even a hurl rock and or 2 hurl rocks or something like that, and a punch. It's just get that extra damage on there. Just keep it going. Yeah, like 2 rocks. Schwengat saying would just finish it out with 2 rerolls on it, and he's not exactly too far off from that.
he's almost there. They're both almost there. This is a great match.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what I'm
This
really happy to see in the second round.
And Pollock is not going to have his wizard anymore. And
Maybe it's just an
if
okay
if he
mage
if
for
he
him.
advances, this game isn't over by any means. Um, it's kind of interesting because out of the 4 players that have played in the 2 matches in this stage, we've seen 3 wizards. That's a ton.
It is a
Like
ton.
everyone seems like they're getting it out of the way right now, which is really interesting.
I'm a little surprised by that. I kind of figured some people would be saving them for later because
Absolutely, I
everybody
thought we were going
likes
to
to
see that.
yeah, everybody likes to say that they're overpowered.
Yeah, so why not save it for the best match?
Right.
It's possible that everybody's thinking, I don't want to get eliminated. Let's just use the best mage right now because I can at least make it to the
It's
semifinals.
possible. It's also possible that that's an overrated saying, but
Fair enough.
I will stick to that. So we're gonna skip right through deployment. No one's gonna deploy anything. They're all saving mana for
I'm not
whatever this turn is
surprised.
having.
I'm not surprised at
Not at
this.
all.
Um, this man is going to be really important here.
This turn
How
is
Frozen?
huge.
I think how Frozen
Oh,
uses his mana here is going to determine who's going to win.
I think you're right, and I think it's also dependent upon what Palak decides to do. He could legitimately end it, or not end it, but put it dang near out of reach at this point with
If
a hurl
if
boulder.
Paulik uses Quick Cast for an Arcane Zap and then uses main action to move to the left one and use a level 2 attack spell, I think that would
That's what I
probably
mean. He's got
seal the
enough
game.
mana for that. He's got enough mana for
Yeah.
a quick cast rock and then a move
It,
hurl
it,
boulder.
it would probably seal the game.
He's
Right
got
there.
enough for both, and they're both gonna hurt a lot without
Let's see
armor.
what Paulik- see
But
what
I'm
Paulik
I'm
chooses to
wondering
do.
if
This
he's
is a big deal.
saving a brace yourself. If Frozen saved a brace yourself, he's in clutch. But I think you're right. I think they're offensive. And here it
You
comes.
see the attack come out.
It's
Is
an
it gonna
attack
be
of some kind.
Arcane Zap? Is it going to be Arcane Zap or Horror Boulder?
Pew pew. Zap.
It's going to be the Zap, and I'm guessing during his main action he's going to move to the left one.
And it's 3 damage average. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. I don't think he should re-roll it personally.
I think it totally depends on what else he
He
prepared.
is going to re-roll it. Let's see what he gets.
Is
I
he
mean, if he
getting,
does get more, it was worth it.
Is he gonna run twice? Is he just gonna get out of the way?
This could be a mistake here.
Ooh,
Gets
yeah, he
2. Is
rolls
he going to
less
re-roll it
damage.
again? Yeah, this is why
Yep.
you don't roll average.
He's gonna reroll again.
Yep. All right, let's see what he gets.
And 3
And he gets
damage again. He's
3. All
back
right,
where
so
he
he ends up-
started, but he has no more rerolls. So
All right, so this is he left that up to chance, but then again, at the same time, if he moves to the left one, he's out of melee range. That's a big blow.
yep.
It's possible if. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential things
He
here.
has to deal 9 damage, unless something crazy like what is even that spell called that gives you life? I don't even remember the spell
Bull's
name
Endurance?
right now. Yeah, Bull's Endurance. That's it.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting play right now. I would not. I can tell you, I wouldn't have expected it from anybody's perspective. So is he? I'm wondering if he's gonna cast a spell at all right here because that'll put him
The
to within
damage.
10.
And that's the thing. Does Frozen? Ooh, he's gonna cast a spell, and
He's
so he's
casting
gonna
a
have to take a
spell.
damage from this.
That puts him within 10, gives Frozen a chance to do something back, but with enough
That gives
armor, I mean, he's got a chance to not worry too much about
Acid Ball. Okay, I don't know if I agree with this because he can't get the rerolls, but he does get 4 damage out of that.
Wow.
That is a lot of damage. Holy cow. But then again, it's going to be Frozen's initiative next round.
That's what I mean.
Shield's not active right now. I'd love to see 2 Horror Boulders.
it.
I
Boulders
guess
won't
his-
help him them. Well, they'll help him a
I
little
guess
bit.
his
He's only
armor-
got 10
I don't know.
left.
Yeah, I guess 2 Acid Balls right now.
2
And
rocks.
then next. Oh, I don't know. This life is
So many things. Teleport.
And he's going to teleport, so he is going to go with the offensive approach. Are we going to see the vampire?
He's going for it.
The good thing is, Frozen has the initiative next round. So
Yeah.
he can't do something.
Vampirism and
There's
bear
vampirism,
strength. I think you were
bear
right
strength,
on the money. I'm betting he hasn't
Or
revealed it
lion
yet.
savagery.
Oh, he didn't reveal it. I was
He
expecting
might,
him
he
to.
might want to reveal it during the attack. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
it
that's
could
true.
it could also just be a nullify.
Yeah, it could very well be that.
And let's see. So he is against 1
6
armor.
dice. Oh my God, his rolling.
Does he have an Akira's favor?
He has not got one. He is not rolling very well, but he's going to put another curse down.
He
And
does
at this
regenerate
point,
2
an
off that.
arcane corruption would be
Oh, no,
pretty
he
big too.
He regenerates 2 because there's 1.
He
and
heals.
uh, and he is going to curse him again. What is that curse? Oh, this is so close!
This is nuts.
He's going to curse him. Is that a poison blood?
Oh, it dang well it should be if it's not. Not I mean, he's not cursing. Is that? Is that what I'm
He's
reading
not gonna
here?
curse. He's not gonna curse. He can get it for free. I don't know why he's not cursing.
I think that is a mistake if he's not gonna curse him. That is a big
Yeah,
big mistake.
I think he might have forgotten about
I
that.
think he did, and I'll tell you what, if he had a poison blood on there,
Oh
he would put Pawlik
no!
at 28 out of 32.
Schwengat saying from the sides, if he casts a jinx during his quick cast, they'll get him a chance to do another attack for that regenerate.
That's
That
true.
could get him in the running. I definitely agree with that move. Let's see if Frozen pays. Yeah, he's going to pay for that
So it's
damage,
gonna be
putting Pawlik up to
26
24.
because of
26, yes,
Gorat.
26. And that puts him in the 6 damage range. This match
This is nuts. This could go either direction, man.
Very quickly, Frozen can die.
Yeah, and very
He
quickly,
only
Frozen.
needs
Yeah,
9 damage. At the same time, Pawlik has that arcane shield and all that armor, but with that melee attack and his initiative, he could win.
Palik's targeting the card on Sectaris right now.
Don't know.
I'm
Is he
wondering what
asking,
he's.
did you want to cast this?
Well, that'd be one hell of a sportsmanship play.
Did you want to? Yeah, that is very sportsmanlike, Pawlik. I applaud you for this. It's possible that Frozen was just using that as a ploy.
It's
Just say,
possible.
this is
So
what I'm
if he
doing
says no,
now.
oh,
Oh, too late now.
all
What does
right,
that
he's
mean?
gonna stick with it.
What
It
does
means,
that mean?
well, it means he.
Do it. Oh!
This is nuts.
Oh my goodness.
All right, he's gonna do it. He's gonna allow it, and I'm not gonna jump in the way. It's totally up to Pawlik at this point. But
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess, you know what? I will say Pawlik is a very fair guy, and he's saying,
fantastic.
I would hate to lose just because you forgot
Yep.
forgot one thing. You know what I mean?
Good
that
on you,
being
Pawlik.
said, yeah, good on you, Pawlik. Is Frozen going to reveal anything right now? And no, he's not going to for upkeep. Curious if that was a poison blood or not, and if Frozen just chose not to reveal it
Well,
out of
maybe
courtesy.
that's why it's also too late. You know.
Yeah, that could be.
I'm telling you, an arcane corruption would be beautiful right now too. Extra damage.
Ooh,
It would have been.
Arcane Corruption would have been beautiful.
good. There's a lot of good options there. He
I
has
mean,
the
that
first
would
chance.
that have been game right there? 1, 2,
It'd
3,
have
4,
been close.
5. Yeah, it would have been 1 damage away.
I think, I mean, I know Frozen would like to keep attacking, but he's got a lot less defense than Pawlik, who will take a lot more direct damage. So this is a tough place to be in for both sides. Frozen's got 9 life left. Pawlik's got 8. No, 6. I can math.
At the same
6
time,
left. Yeah.
Frozen with that vampirism might be the biggest thing that he's using to survive.
That's true. And so as was pointed out by Schwenkot, actually, Jinx right now would give Frozen another chance to take a stab at him, like literally with the sword.
Yeah,
Granted,
absolutely.
Voltaic Shield's on now.
So he's gonna have to deal something to get that going. I wonder if that's an enfeeble.
There's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not sure how enfeeble would
Arcane
help.
Corruption. Okay, I guess what we're gonna see here is if Frozen chooses to wall himself off in a corner or something like that, it's probably an Arcane Corruption, and he's just gonna win over time. Or next round, I should say.
No
because
deploy.
if
He's
it's an
using
arcane-
all of his mana.
If it's an Arcane Corruption, literally Pawlik would lose during upkeep.
I believe you're correct. Although
Uh-oh.
I'm guessing a Dispel Wand is coming out, maybe.
The Heal Wand?
Heal Wand. Ooh, also a good option. I didn't think
If
of that.
that's a Poison Blood, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so risky.
That is.
But this
Oh,
allows
man.
Frozen to make a comeback if that's what he's choosing to do.
I'm not sure I would. Yeah, you mean Pawlik to make a comeback?
No, Frozen, because if that is a like a heal or a dispel or something like that, that allows Frozen to get more damage and to heal more too.
It's true. It's an interesting dilemma there.
It's weird, right?
Because I wouldn't
This is
call
such a
Frozen
weird
winning
match.
being a comeback, but yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And
This is-
first quick cast phase.
First quick cast, he's gonna skip it. What's he? Oh, jeez. It's
Pawlik
the
is
heal
going to
time.
do something. Let's see what it is. He's going to choose to attack Frozen. A solid move. This is a level
Boulder.
2 attack spell.
He's gonna
Great
boulder it.
choice.
He's gonna boulder it. Maybe he's not. He's gonna Surging Wave. Oh man, that's an
Another
even better one
beautiful
probably
move.
actually.
Yeah, getting a daze across is.
Oh, look at that roll. He's gonna have to re-roll probably both
Real
the
effect.
damage
He's
and
gonna
the
have to
effect.
do the effect.
He could do both. He's got enough.
He could do both.
He's
Let's see
got
what he needs to
the.
do. I mean, he
Akira's
needs
favor.
to slam. Just straight up, he needs to slam. If he
Yeah.
gets the push too, that's that much more
gravy,
useful.
but yeah, he absolutely needs the slam.
Because the push allows him to retreat too, which means he'd have to burn another teleport to get in range.
Yep. This is such a good match.
Reroll effect, here comes. He's going to use the Akira's favor. And he does get the push and slam. Oh, which
That's
way is he going to
right.
go? Into a wall?
If I was him, I'd throw him into a wall.
Into a wall? And damage, cool.
Yeah, he's gonna reroll the damage too. That's right. See, I thought he might.
That was a good choice to
That
reroll
is
the damage
a
as well.
very good
So
choice.
this is going to be 3 dice.
Apparently,
Gotta get
Frozen,
damage out of it. Let's see
Frozen
where he
and
wants to
Palik
push
play
him.
locally, by the way. Dre fan in
Oh,
the
they do?
chat.
Oh, that's
Frozen,
awesome.
Palik, rank. Yep.
Oh, wow. So these guys know exactly what each other's playstyle is. I didn't know Palik played with Frozen.
I did
Very
not
cool.
know.
So here's another 3 dice going towards him. And that's going to be 5 damage!
What? He's got one
Putting-
left.
Putting Frozen 1 damage away. Brutal.
This is a
And this-
fantastic match.
This is the moment. What will Frozen do? What will Frozen do for this?
Oh man. Well played on both sides.
Absolutely. Okay. Here it
Yellow
comes.
time.
He's
He's
gonna
yellowing.
Get a daze. He's gonna get a daze because of the stun. And
He's gonna quick cast. Battle
Oh,
Fury.
Battle
Oh, he's
Fury!
going for it. Oh man.
okay, he has a daze, so that means he has to roll for both attacks separately. So
Yep.
so the daze has to affect either one of
Oh
those.
man.
Let's see how
Talk
this
about
works out.
chancy.
Beautiful play by Frozen. This is a wonderful match here.
If this comes
Wow.
down to,
He
Oh, he
does
got
get
it!
the first.
he's gonna get
Okay,
it.
okay, he's got to get through the shield,
What?
and the shield, and he's
3
still going
points.
to
He's
do
still gonna
3
take
damage,
two or
to
3
him.
damage, right?
Or 2 damage, and that allows him to heal 1.
If he hits him on this
And
last
now
one.
he gets a straight up attack. He needs to deal 3 damage with this dice. There is no voltaic shield. He has 1 armor effectively after
Does
piercing.
days go away?
Let's see what happens
Wait,
here.
does
Okay.
days go away? He removed the days.
It does not go away.
He removed the days. So heads up.
And he's not going to kill him.
Well, no, he would normally. No, he's got 1 armor, but it's A. It's only 4 days, and B. I think he has the days again.
Yep. There's a lot of rerolling.
Dang it! We're on the edge of our reroll everything. We're on the edge of our
he rolled the
seat.
improper amount of dice. Like,
No, I know it's exactly what it should be. Days
Yeah.
is still there. Roll 4 dice. Actually, roll days first. If
the
he gets
only
days,
time you don't do that is in area effect spells, where you either hit with everything or you don't hit with everything.
right? And actually, that's all automated now anyway. There we go. Just second attack, days, then 4 dice.
Yep.
Cool.
He needs to get 3 damage with 1
Oh
armor.
my god, this match.
Oh, this is so brutal.
And next round he was gonna regenerate 2, so he only needs really 2 damage to do this.
Oh my
He needs to
goodness,
do-
This is it.
He didn't roll days, but
Okay, he didn't roll days.
oh,
No,
he's
he
gonna just gonna
goes
use the
through it as
effect.
One giant thing.
I think he's using the effect, yeah. So.
All right.
Oh my god, this is nuts.
That
One
is
more
where we
turn.
get there. That was the days roll. I mean, if
I
Frozen
think he's
declared-
just using the effect as
yeah,
the days roll.
that was fair. That was a fair choice. All right. Holy cow!
What? I mean, next round is guaranteed to end it. But, think about it. Frozen's about to
And
regen
this-
2, so he's down to 30. Palik's
this-
probably going to be total of +1, so he'll be at 30 as well.
I mean, Palik has 10 mana. If he just uses Acid Ball, statistically, he'll get the
So-
kill.
yeah, exactly.
Like, he just
And he
needs
has
the 2 grids.
how many rerolls?
Yeah. No, he uses rerolls in the Surging Wave. Both of them.
Oh, he's still got his action. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah. No. So the Acid Ball is probably going to just win the game. Like, just right now.
He could. He's got to do it.
Because, I mean, if he gets the 2 corrodes, that's it.
That's
you
it.
know?
That's it. Yeah, he's thinking about it though.
Oh, no kidding. Schwengard saying it's very close.
Safe for
The
all of
thing
him.
is, during upkeep, Palik may just die. Let's see if he
That's
has
what
a
I'm
heal-
saying. Like it could be, if depending on what he chooses here, he could be dead.
Yeah. if that's an arcane corruption that it wasn't revealed during upkeep last round, he could just be dead.
If it's a poison blood, he's
if
done.
it's a poison blood and he chooses to heal, that's it. And okay, so he is going to enchant the wizard with a curse. Good choice. That could be an enfeeble. That could be a lot of other things. There are so many options that could be.
All right.
If he chooses to punch and there's an enfeeble on him, that would be a brilliant play right now.
I think there's a lot of good options. I think moving away is a bad one. I think trying to heal is also probably a bad one. I think going for the damage, attacking without using zap is your best play.
Hmm.
Because you have enough rerolls, it's worth the shot. I mean, you have to roll 2 damage.
Yeah.
It's statistically speaking,
He hits with melee.
he's gonna punch him.
Enfeeble? Is there an enfeeble here?
Well, he doesn't
Oh,
need an enfeeble. Enfeeble wouldn't help him. He didn't have to
if he,
move.
oh no, I'm sorry. Agony. If he has
Oh, I
agony,
didn't think of
that would
that.
be a beautiful curse right now.
That would have been. I don't think he's gonna have
And
it
there
though.
is no agony.
3 dice and he's gonna get it.
There we go.
What a
and
play.
Punching the warlock to death.
What a match.
Beautiful play there.
Oh man.
And that was an awesome little play. Paula, congratulations.
Group B
Frozen,
represent.
Frozen, wonderful, wonderful game from you
That
as well.
was
Hope to see you in
crazy.
future tournaments.
Well played all around, guys. That was a fun match to watch, and it was quick.
Yeah.
It was only an hour and a half. All right. Well, this was
Well-
fantastic. I'm gonna end the stream right now.